Naberus with Hollow, 14 tracks, 59 minutes, the second album, Melbourne Metal 5-piece, released June 2018 via Eclipse Records, produced by Henrik Ud, mastered by Ermin Hamidovic. 3 promo tracks have been released so far, Hollow, Space to Breathe, and my favourite, Memory. Brendan.
Very modern sounding metal, Z guitar tuning, and loads of aggression. So I put this down as some crazy concoction of Linkin Park, 12-Foot Ninja, and Parkway Drive. I sort of got a bit of all of them in different parts. It was this really sort of strange thing. Certainly a screamo element, but there is plenty of melody and groove. Very nice guitar work. It actually gets really intricate in parts. It was actually really, really cool. If we're nerding out like I like to. Some really nice solos that really take a walk all over the fretboard. It is everywhere. It's really, really good stuff. Energetic drumming that really packs a punch. There's some lightning fills. Yeah, absolute lightning fills in here. It's great. Plenty of tempo changes and moves in rhythm that'll keep you interested all the way through. Again, I found the bass to be a little bit too far back, but I often think that when the guitars are tuned so low that maybe they just have to dial the bass back a bit so it doesn't all get lost. I imagine this would generate a pretty hectic mosh pit. And and I'm scared of those.
Too old.
When they're all landing on the beat, like when they all sort of come into a section, they land on a beat, this would really get a crowd jumping. Maybe if you're more of a traditional sort of old school metalhead, it might pass you by because it definitely is a new metal sound. But I think for 2018, I think it's one of the best albums in the genre I've heard in a while. If you like it heavy, check it out. I think you'll like it. I gave it 8 out of 10. Highlights were my favourite memories: Shadows, Space to Breathe, Hollow, and Fading.
Nice.
Cool. Not really my type of metal, but I kept being drawn back to this one, and the more I listened to it, the more I did enjoy it. Lots of groove, genuine anger, and interesting vocals. Complex musicianship in these songs. I haven't listened to all that much of this style of metal, so what I have heard is just kind of pointless anger to me, but this is actually backed up with a lot of genuine aggression. You take the vocals off this and the music itself is great.
Yeah.
The vocals just add a whole nother level to it. I got a bit of a Linkin Park vibe as well, but also some Trivium.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Overall, I really like this, though I did listen to this directly after that Night Flight Orchestra bullshit, so anything was going to be a step up. But I did go back to this a lot, and I kept my 7 out of 10 rating, so I didn't decrease like that other shit. Space to Breathe, Split in Two, and Webs were my standouts.
Okay.
Awesome. Funny, I like every band that you referenced when you were leading into your talk there. One word, 10. 10. Fucking love this. Oh my God.
I knew as soon as I put this on that she would love this record.
This was right in my wheelhouse, and I don't even know how to describe the sound. I wrote I Love Bullet for My Valentine, Breaking Benjamin, and Trigger, and this sounds different. It has its own sound, but to give you inside my head, I love those bands and I love this. This was amazing. I love the mix of clean and screaming vocals, driving guitar, thumping drums and bass, and you just want to thrash around to this, aka mosh pit. I didn't pick a favourite. I loved it all. It'd be like asking who do you love more, Fred or Caesar, and you just can't ask questions like that. Just fucking yes. Yes, 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 yes. Ah! Really good.
I like what shoes have.
That was the obvious. This is heavy groove-based melodic death metal with a fair bit of thrash thrown in for good measure, in my point of view. A lot more melody than you'd expect, though, and the lyrics, whilst the growling vocals a lot of the time, are actually quite crisp and clear, which is cool. Some pretty technical, almost prog elements to this, which make it jump out at you as well. I thought the musicianship was fucking fantastic. Heaps of energy. This gets pretty frantic, but it's all very well played. Nothing sloppy here at all. It's very well executed. There are some interesting little elements in this, some really good clean or more singing vocals, which are really well done. There's also some little rap-like elements, which maybe that Linkin Park thing you were talking about. It's a bit different, and it certainly isn't a cookie-cutter band or style of music. They've done something out of the box. The production is really good for this style of music, with the volume and everything going on. It's being kept really clean and clear. Even with the tuned down stuff going on here, the bottom end sounds nice and warm and it rumbles nicely. I didn't get the same problem with the bass that you did. It's intense, and I reckon it'd be great live. These guys would go well on the upcoming Parkway Drive tour. I reckon they would be a great support band for that. They'd also go really well with Harlot too, I thought, with something a bit different like that. Just that they cross over between those two bands, so that's an interesting one. There's some interesting and different tones used on this to help keep it interesting and avoid fatigue. It's a grower as well. The more I listen to it, the more I like it. It's not for everyone, but if you like it heavier, then this is worth checking out. and I really, really like their groove. That's a standout element for me. That's the fun part. I'm not sure if these bands are evolving or if I'm getting it more in my older age, but the use of groove for me is pretty damn important, and they've got that locked down on this release. The balance between melodic and brutal vocals is well done, and again avoids the fatigue I often find with these records. And the track order is good. A lot of the track lengths vary, very close. Like the track length I found to be very, very similar all the way through. So it's basically you've got a set time limit for your songs, and away you go. It'd be interesting to see how they'd go for a longer, slower song in the middle of the album. This will really take it to another level for me. Give you that mental break, the whole side A, side B. But there are some very cool lyrics. I love the stories in the songs, and the emotion conveyed in them suitably heavy to go with the music. It's really well done. If you like blistering riffs and drums with some intense emotion-laden vocals, you're going to like this one. If you don't like screaming, it's probably one to stay away from, but it has enough in it still to be worth a quick look just in case it grabs you. It's a grower for me. I reckon it's worth investing some time in. 8 out of 10. Space to Breathe, my favourite memories, Seas of Red and The Depths. So I think there's some different cross standouts there. So check it out for yourselves. Let us know what you think.